Good, good. So divine. All right, how's the sound? Okay. All right, great. And un momento, turn your phone around. Really? Tell me I don't have it going that way. Oh, good. All right, well, that's exciting. As we settle in for our practice today, let's take a moment. We'll begin with my favorite practice, which has been something that I'm using throughout the day. It's something that has appeared for me many times in my life, and it came back. I would say it feels like 2 years ago, but I think it was only 3 weeks ago. So we'll be beginning with a grounding and a centering. So as you find your comfortable seat, let's let our hands rest either on our legs or in our lap. Take a moment to close our eyes. And as you rest back into your seat, invite in a deep inhalation in through your nose and out through your mouth. As we settle into this practice together, I would like to send out a huge wave of gratitude and thanks to the Ajna Collective, the yoga studio here in California, located in Cotati, California. And sending gratitude for sponsoring this practice, for supporting our yoga community, and for honoring and recognizing the need for these practices at this time more than ever. And honoring each of you for coming to the mat today. As you have settled into your seat, notice now the space at the base of your spine. We will begin with a visualization. So here, I invite you to visualize a grounding cord from the base of your spine all the way down into the center of the earth. Now allow this to be of any material, any color, any form that makes sense for you as you ground yourself to the earth. And through this grounding cord, we will release any residual tension or tightness. Through this grounding cord, we let go of any mental chatter. And we can also release all of these waves of emotion, allowing for the emotions to be felt and then let go. And above your head, we will visualize now a star or a light. You might imagine this as that healing universal energy and also containing the wisdom of your soul. So here you might even repeat your birth name as you call in this healing energy to flow in through the crown of your head, filling all the way in your head, your neck, your shoulders, your chest, your arms, all the way through your abdomen, your torso, your hips, your legs, right down to your feet and your toes. Tapping into this as a practice, not only here and now, but also throughout the day. You may notice if you are replaying events or conversations in your head, you might send your grounding cord down to the center of the earth, composting that out, releasing it, letting it go, having lived it, experienced it. And then just like with a sighing, letting go, exhale, we can release this energy. And then you always have access to your true self, always inviting in and allowing for your energy to come back home. And these energies can meet in the space of our hearts. So let's join our palms together in Anjali Mudra in front of our heart. Taking a moment here to appreciate even the sweet touch of your hands as they meet. May we find our ground in groundlessness. May we rest in our hearts. And may we be guided by our own divine wisdom. As you are ready, gently release your hands, open your eyes, and lift your gaze. All right. Welcome, friends, on all platforms we have. And it's such a delight. I can feel the energy of coming together. It is so divine and nourishing. It's so nourishing. And the sense of touch is something that we might be missing right now, and practicing in our own separate homes and spaces. Even this action of placing our hands onto our heart can be oh so nourishing. Now, a lot of you know I'm very keen to astrology, and right now the moon is in Cancer, and so this brings up a lot of emotions. And so as we are having these various emotions bubble to the surface, I want to remind you that we need to feel these emotions, and instead of suppressing them and having that linger in our bodies, allowing for this time of quiet healing, or maybe not so quiet. Maybe it's wailing in the bathtub. Maybe it's singing out on your daily walk. And just recognizing your own ability to feel this healing touch. So here, you may even take a few fingers, one hand, and just start to circle around on your upper chest. So we'll just give a gentle massage to this area. And as you're massaging around, deepen your breath. So really allowing for the churning of the ocean, the bringing in of life force experiencing itself as you in this moment, and exhaling, letting that moment pass. Inhaling and exhaling deeply. And then let's take our peace fingers to our forehead or our eyebrow center. And here we'll make a few circles in one direction, and then a few circles in the opposite direction. And then you'll press 3 times, just giving a gentle press, press, press. And then let your hand relax back down. Invite in a full inhalation. And exhale, release. Here, begin to gently roll your shoulders. So rolling your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Nice big shoulder circles. So some of the practices of Ayurveda are what we're seeing encouraged for us to keep our health and immunity. So a few of these things are to keep a regular schedule. This is challenging now that we're designing our new life, our new schedule. And the other part that I personally am finding curious is to get dressed every day. So pajamas tend to be something that can be a day and a sleep option. The other recommendations are that we are nourishing ourselves. So our daily yoga and meditation and pranayama or breathing practices, as well as cooking nourishing meals. So I invite you to explore different herbs that you might use, different things that you could add, perhaps even roasting some cumin seeds just in a dry pan, roasting them a little bit and adding them to even a rice dish. This can help to build the fire in your digestion and your metabolism, assisting you with processing not only the foods that you're taking in, the impressions that you're receiving, but also just our general sense of that fire is life. So allowing for that fire in all of our cells, allowing for that bright transmission. Now, a couple of other things that I started at the beginning of this journey as taking Chyawanprash daily. So Chyawanprash is an Indian herb jam. Now this one I got from Banyan Botanicals. Himalayan Institute also has some. I just got the notification from the Indian government that that's also on their list of recommendations for their population to stay healthy, to boost immunity. Other things that I'm sure you're aware of, but repetition is always helpful, is drinking warm water throughout the day. So just sipping on warm water all day long, just allowing this to clear through, washing through. And in addition to adding cumin to your recipes, you can also add turmeric, cardamom, and garlic. And another thing that I mentioned in another video that I did is the Nyasa oil. You can also use coconut oil or ghee, rubbing this on the inside of your nostrils. And I do want to mention, because it seems odd and yet it came up, was about 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, again, time is a little hard to gauge right now, my nose ring fell out. And I remember being a bit dismayed, but thinking, okay, well, perhaps it will align my breathing passages and balance out the left and right hemisphere so my face is balanced. And then a few days later, as we continue to get various news, was that the attraction to metal. So, you know how we're always washing our doorknobs and our sinks because they're metal and keeping those surfaces cleaned. So I'm not sure, but I just want to put it out there in case anyone else does have a nose ring. Maybe it'd just be something to take a break from for a little while, so we don't have metal right in our nasal passages. So again, take it with a grain of salt, take it or leave it. We're going to start our Yin Yang Yoga practice on our back. So, I take that back. Oh good, no one's moved yet. So here in our seated position, I'm sitting up onto a little bit of a blanket, and we still have our roots down into the earth. We're still calling in our universal divine energy in through the crown of our heads. And these energies are meeting in the space of our hearts. So here, we'll bring our hands out to the floor on either side. Relax your shoulders down, root into your sitting bones. And on your inhale, float your arms up to the sky. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, you're going to shower this energy down through your body. So just allowing your hands to wash all the way through, washing your energy field, clearing your aura. Once again, inhale, sweeping your arms up, calling in this healing energy. And as you exhale, bringing this all the way through. One more time, let's inhale, calling in this healing energy, and exhale as you cleanse and clear. Let your hands rest down by your sides, full breath in, and a full breath out. Keep your left hand onto the earth. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky. And exhale as you hinge over to the side. Take another full breath here. Inhale, find spaciousness. Exhale, and then we'll inhale to come all the way up, reaching up. Exhale, relax your arm back down. Full breath here. Second side, inhale your left arm up. Exhale as you hinge over to the side. Again, stay here for a full breath. And then inhale to reach up. And exhale your arm back down. Full breath in. And exhale. Inhale, both arms high to the sky. Keeping your arms lifted, relax your shoulders down. Arms are lifted, reaching. Inhale here. Exhale, twist to your right. Bring your right hand behind you, your left hand across. 3 breaths here, gently twisting from your foundation. On an inhale, let's come back to center, reaching all the way up, reaching up. Staying at center. Exhale, your shoulders are relaxed. Let's inhale again here. Exhale, second side. As you twist to your left, bring your left hand behind you, your right hand across. 3 full breaths here. On an inhale, we'll come back to center, reaching up high to the sky. Exhale, this time hands together, hands to heart center. A soft bow of your head to your heart, a gentle smile on your lips. And then we will transition down onto our back. So as you make your way onto your back, you can move your props out of the way. Coming into a reclined position, have your knees bent, feet onto the earth. As you arrive here, let your hands rest comfortably, perhaps onto your abdomen. Maybe again, one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And as you settle in here, beginning to cultivate this relationship with your breath in a new position, I'll read to you today's prayer, the radical prayer from Annie Botticelli, Transform Your Life and the World in 28 Days. Thank you, Infinite Source, for helping me to bring more coherence to my surroundings today. Please help me readily recognize how clutter and disorganization in my external space negatively affects my inner space, and spur me to action on this today. Thank you for helping me to make progress today, however small, in clearing out and better organizing my personal space. Thank you for helping me to clear the easy things that have no emotional charge, so that I feel like I am making progress, and so that I create more space and coherence that will help me in dealing with things that are harder to clear through. Thank you for helping me to attract resources support and determination to shift my surroundings into as much beauty and coherence as I can, and that feels good to create at this time. Thank you for helping me create systems that work for my daily flow. Please infuse me with ingenuity and resourcefulness that makes the creation of these systems easy and fun. Thank you for sharpening my discernment so that I stop the issues of clutter and disorganization at their point of entry. Instead of wasting time, letting so much in and then having to do the work to clear it out, I ask for your assistance in helping me to stop and feel in before I bring more things into my space, so that I carefully discern whether it is beneficial for me to invite each item in. Please help me to also have the same discernment with people, experiences, and other decisions. Thank you for helping me to own my energy field and to tend it with great meticulousness and joy. I am excited for this great day of releasing things that no longer serve me, and I welcome into this newly created space amazing experiences, warm support, and sparkly opportunities for wonderful things that really resonate with this new version of myself being birthed. I am so grateful for your help, guidance, and support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so in our reclined position, let's see if all of the devices are in the right angle. All right. Let's reach our right leg up to the sky. As you extend your right leg up to the sky, circle out your ankle a few times. Circle it in both directions. And then bend your right knee in towards your chest. Hug your leg directly in towards your body, keeping your shoulders as relaxed as possible. Full breath into your low back. With your exhale, feel your shoulders relax even more, inviting the space of your heart center to be lifted and buoyant. From here, extend your left leg all the way out along the floor. As you're hugging your leg in towards your body 3 times with an exhalation, lift your head towards your right knee. Move with your breath, slowly, mindfully. Exhale, round in. Inhale, relax your head and shoulders back down. 2 more times. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Use your left hand to guide your leg gently across your body. And as you move into a twist, open your right arm to the right, turning your head gently to the right. Full breath in. And complete exhale. Bring your right leg back to center. Hug your knee directly in towards your chest again. And then release your right leg out along the floor. Reach your arms up overhead, stretching from your fingers to your toes. And then slowly bend both of your knees again. And bring your arms down, relaxed by your sides or onto your abdomen. Full breath in. And a full breath out. Now here I would invite you to notice if there's more room in your right foot, your right leg, your right shin. More space for you to be here with yourself. Left side, take your left leg up to the sky. Circle your left ankle a few times in one direction. And the opposite direction as well. And then you'll bend your left knee in towards your chest, hugging straight in towards your body. Be here with yourself and all of the sensations. Full breath in. Full release, exhale. As you're hugging in, invite as much space across your upper chest as available. Widen your collarbones, relax your shoulders. Extend your right leg out along the floor as you continue to compress into your left hip. 3 breaths here. On your exhalation, lift your head towards your left knee. Exhale, round in. Inhale your head and shoulders back down. 2 more times with your breath. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Twist here. Right hand draws your left leg across your body. Reach your left arm open to the left, turning your gaze any amount to the left. Full breath in. And a full breath out. Gather your leg back to center. Extend your left leg out to meet your right. Inhale your arms overhead along the floor for a full body stretch. Extend through your fingers, wiggle through your toes. Full breath in and a full breath out. Relax your arms by your sides. Gently bend your knees. Place your feet onto the mat. Take a pause and breathe here. I have a rock in my pocket that fell out, shungite, protects from EMF. Apparently it wanted to get very involved in the practice. Staying here on your back, I'm going to check the recording devices again. And another full breath in and a full breath out. With your knees still bent, scoot your feet a little wider apart on your yoga mat. Check to see that you have space around you. You'll take both of your knees over to the left as you turn your head gently to the right. And then change sides. Inhale, lifting your knees through the center. Exhale as your legs travel to the right and your head to the left. Option here to have your hands resting onto your torso. It might feel nice to extend your arms out into a T at shoulder height or a goalpost position. As you continue moving from side to side, you might find that your inhalation fuels you back to center and your exhalation in sweet surrender as your legs travel to one side and your head turns to the other. A few more times here. Moving mindfully. Opening up our connection to feeling fully supported, grounded, in stillness and in movement. And then back into your central position. Relax your arms down by your sides or hands to your belly. Full breath in and a full breath out. Bring both of your knees in towards your chest. Find a comfortable hold on the front of your legs or perhaps behind your thighs. Rock your body right and left, gently massaging across your hips and shoulders. Full inhale. Very complete exhale. And then as you arrive back into your central position, inhale. And as you exhale, lift your head towards both knees. Inhale, head and shoulders back to the mat. Release your feet down to the earth. Full breath in and a full breath out. Now here, take your left ankle, crossing it over your right knee. Keeping your left foot flexed. Checking in with the space of your left hip. Keeping your right foot onto the earth. Another full breath here. And exhale. Second side, and my apologies if my foot is in the camera. Don't mean to be putting the bottom of my foot at you. Cross your right ankle over your left knee, having your foot flexed. Invite your right knee to relax open. Soften your jaw, breathe into your back body, staying grounded here. And then gently bring your right foot back down to the earth. Now this next one, you'll use a yoga block. With your yoga block, I would invite you to first start off with it on your left side. We're going to take our left foot and hook it behind our right ankle. As you hook your foot behind your ankle, you'll take your block perhaps and place it on the outside of your left thigh. Now, it may feel all right in your body today to not utilize the yoga block. But you want to make sure that you're not going too far too fast. We always want to make sure that we are able to process. We are moving through our revolutions and our evolutions in a rate that we can process. So it may be that that feels good, but it's a little extreme. If there's a little shaking or a little unsureness, slide a little support. Remind yourself you are supported and receive the opening. Hands either onto your abdomen or perhaps one hand to your heart, one hand to your navel center. Find another full breath here. Remember, if it feels like there's more in there, more that you would like to address and access and spend time with, you can always return to this pose later in the day. You might prop yourself here and listen to a podcast or do a meditation. For now, we'll move our block out of the way. You could use your left hand to help your leg to come back to center. And crossing your ankles, adjust your low back, full breath in. And exhale. Second side, slide your right foot behind your left ankle. And as your right knee drops open to the right, again, perhaps you place a yoga block under the outside of your right knee, or maybe allowing your leg to drop open towards the earth. Gauging what this side really needs. It could be drastically different from the first side. So as you tune in, meet yourself right where you are, accepting what is, being with yourself fully present. We will again settle in here for a few full rounds, nourishing, cleansing, healing breaths. And again, perhaps setting the intention, have your higher self remind you of this posture if you'd like to explore it again later. We'll now use our right hand to help to bring our knee back up to center. Find a deep inhale and a letting go exhale. Once again, straighten your legs out along the floor. Reach your arms up overhead, stretching from your fingers to your toes. Find a little movement in your wrist and your ankles as well. And then bend both of your knees. We'll gather our knees into our chest, wrapping your arms around your legs. Full breath in and a full exhale. Take another massage here, rocking your body side to side. And then back at center, head to knees with an exhale. Round in, curl in, squeeze. And then inhale your head and shoulders back down. Hands onto your knees, taking both legs around in a few clockwise circles. Massaging first in one direction and then the other. And then let's take hip circles, circling your knees apart and then gathering them back in, circling them wide and apart, and then back in together. Another big circle in this direction, and then change the direction of your hip circles, taking your legs wide and apart, and then gathering them back in together. 2 more times, big circles. Inhaling and exhaling. Back at center, relax your feet back down to the mat. Shift your feet once again wide apart. Bring your hands interlaced under your head. Let your elbows drop wide. And exhale your knees to the left, head turns to the right. Inhale to center and exhale, knees to the right. Turn your head to the left. 2 more times each side. Breathe and everything changes. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Full breath in and a full breath out. And when you have evened out, balancing from side to side, step your feet back into about hip distance apart. Bring your arms down by your sides. Optional again here, you might wish to have your yoga block. And you'll take your right leg up to the sky, press up through your heel, reaching all the way up, keep your right hip grounded. And now cross your ankle over your left knee. Now options here as we find a reclined figure 4. As you bring your legs in towards your chest, you might choose to place your yoga block under your left foot, utilizing that to deepen into the opening on the back of your right hip. You perhaps could choose to hold the back of your left thigh or your left shin. Widen your collarbones. Keep your shoulders as relaxed as possible. And while you are here, keep relaxing your sacrum, relaxing your tailbone back towards the earth. Let's find 3 more full breaths here. Relax your jaw, soften your tongue. And then gently release your left foot and your right foot back to the mat. Take your legs out long to open the hip creases, the front of your thighs. You might again stretch your arms along the floor overhead. And then as you're ready, set up for your second side. Bend your knees, feet onto the mat. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Again, being with your body, noticing this side as it is. You may choose to use a yoga block again under your right foot this time, or maybe bringing your legs in towards your body, hold your right thigh, or perhaps your right shin. Collarbones wide, shoulders relaxed. Breathe in here. And as you're ready, slowly, gently release. Bring your feet back down to the mat. Extend your legs long, reach your arms overhead. From here, we will be rotating over onto our stomach. So take your time, rolling over. We're moving to Sphinx Pose. So as you transition to Sphinx Pose, we have our elbows under our shoulders, forearms perhaps parallel here. And if this feels like a lot of compression into your low back, you might explore moving your elbows farther forward, giving some space while still receiving a back bend. And pressing gently into your elbows to allow for an inner support, a lift of your heart. As you feel the lift of your heart, we'll breathe our heart forward with our inhale and relax our shoulders down with our exhale. So there won't necessarily be a perceptible movement here, but just the energetic effects of inhaling, allowing your heart to express forward in the face of everything, in the waves of all of the emotions. And as you exhale, your shoulders relaxing down, and the feeling of the waves of having faith, those waves of navigating your experience from the inside out. Can we find the strength and the light in our hearts? Can we rest in a space of faith? In the midst of all things, all emotions, all occurrences, can we breathe into the buoyance, the compassion, the openness, the lightness of our hearts? And exhale, inviting our physical forms to relax, to release, to be present with this as it is. And again, an inhale, filling your heart, extending it like a virtual hug out to our friends, our family, our loved ones. And our exhale, resting us into universal consciousness, pure presence. And then from here, we'll take our elbows wider apart. So rest your head down onto your hands. As your legs relax a bit here, your feet might roll open to the side so that your heels relax open. You might even move your hips slightly side to side just to release through your low back. We'll be here for 6 breaths. Now again, you might give just a gentle move of your hips side to side. If you've been having some extended time seated, you may be feeling the release of the front of your hips and thighs, relaxing your hip flexors and relieving any tension or tightness through the space of your low back. Now from this position, gently lift your head, bring your hands under your shoulders. We will press up to table. Now breathe into your kidney loop, the back of your waistline. As you inhale, lift up to table. And exhale as you adjust hands and knees. If you would like, you can put a blanket under your knees. As you arrive in your tabletop position, take a moment here, neutral through your spine, soft through your heart space, full breath in. And a complete exhale. Dire, dire, slowly, slowly, cat and cow. Inhale, sitting bones to the sky, heart forward, chin lifts. And as you exhale, round your spine, curl your sitting bones, release your head down. And on your inhale again, tilt your pelvis, sitting bones to the sky, heart through, chin lifts. And as you exhale, round your spine again, full exhale, all the way to empty, clearing, cleansing. 2 more times, inhale. And exhale. Full inhale. And exhale. Back into your neutral tabletop position. Either shift into a child's pose directly from here, or you might move to downward facing dog. Step your hands slightly farther forward, tuck your toes, lift your knees, and as you stretch your hips all the way up and back, surrender your head. Press evenly into your hands. Lift your hips, lift your sitting bones. And then slowly lower your knees back down to the mat. Tabletop position, full breath in. And a full breath out. A little wag the dog action, looking over one shoulder back towards your heel. And then other side, shifting a couple of times here, side to side, opening up through your rib cage, finding a lateral opening through your spine. And then back into your central position, child's pose here. Your knees might come wider apart as you shift your hips back towards your heel. Extend your arms forward and rest your forehead and arms onto the mat. Staying here for 3 more full rounds of breath. Inhaling and exhaling. It feels wonderful to have everyone present. Such a unifying energy, such a supportive feeling. And from our child's pose, we will come up onto hands and knees again in our tabletop position. Inhaling and exhaling fully. And from here, we'll move into a twist. With this twist, we will bring our left arm down to the floor under our right. So we're going to thread the needle here, bringing our shoulder and our head all the way down to the mat. Adjusting here so that you might even be looking up over your right shoulder towards the ceiling. 3 full breaths here, really clearing our energy. Allowing for all of these emotions to be experienced, transmuted, and released. Now we'll inhale back to table. Inhale coming up. And exhale. Moving through cat and cow again. Inhale, tail up, chin up. Exhale, round your spine, release your head down. Let's do that again. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale for cat pose. Second side for our twist. Thread your right arm under, bringing your right shoulder and your head just behind your right ear, all the way down to the mat. As you're resting your weight onto the back of your right arm, breathing into this twist fully. Inhaling, expanding all the way into your back body. Exhaling, emptying all the way out, navel to spine. Again, we'll inhale back to table. Inhale coming up. And exhale. Again, moving through cat and cow. Inhale, sitting bones lift. Heart through, chin up. Exhale, round your spine. Release your head. Inhale fully. And exhale completely. Coming back to your neutral position. Once again, option here to move into downward facing dog or find a pause in child's pose. If you're moving to downward dog, tuck your toes, lift your knees, stretch your hips high to the sky. You might lift your heels and then melt them back towards the mat. You can do that a couple of times, lifting up through your heels and melting them back. Release your head, full breath in, full breath out. And then lower your knees back to the mat for your tabletop position. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Inhale fully. And exhale. We'll bring our right foot forward between our hands. Now, as you step your foot forward, if you'd like a little added cushioning or padding under your left knee, you could fold your yoga mat or place your blanket under your knee. If your hands aren't reaching the floor here, you could place your yoga blocks under your hands. If your hands are onto the earth, maybe finding a flat palm position on the mat or on your block. Aiming here to melt your hips forward, softening your hips towards the earth. Scan through your whole body here. Scanning through your forehead, relax your jaw, your shoulders. Melting your hips forward. And let's again find the buoyancy of our hearts here. So as you're inhaling, allow your breath awareness to expand into your upper chest, your heart space. And as you exhale, soften in, be present with this. Inhaling, a lightness, a buoyancy, and openness to your heart. Exhaling, softening in. Another breath here. And then we'll slowly move to Ardha Hanumanasana, our half splits. With this, as you straighten your right leg, if your hands don't touch the floor, again, you might use your yoga blocks or perhaps a stack of books. You can also scoot your right foot slightly farther forward and then flex your right foot, pointing your toes up towards the sky. And again, hands onto the earth or onto your yoga blocks. Inhale, lengthen up into your heart space. Let it be buoyant and lifted. Perhaps here with an exhale, bowing over your right leg, any amount. Let's inhale, lift the heart. Exhale as you bend into your right leg again, coming into your lunge. You'll place your left hand onto the floor, onto the mat. Bring your right hand onto your right knee. Inhale, extend your heart forward, and exhale, gently press into your right knee, twisting, open to the right. Keep your left hand solidly planted onto the earth, perhaps extending your right arm open to the sky. Inhaling and exhaling fully. Nice. Yay, I've got my whole family. And we'll bring our right hand back down slowly. We'll shift back to table, shifting your hips over your knees, hands under your shoulders. Cat and cow. Inhale, tail up, chin up. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale, cat pose. Now check in with your body. You may like to do a downward facing dog here before moving to your second side. Gauge your energy, feel into your body. Perhaps again, you might take a transition to pause and digest in child's pose. When you are ready, we'll come up to table, step left foot forward. And as you shift into the pose on this side, positioning yourself, again, you might fold your mat over for padding under your right knee or placing your blanket. You could have your hands onto the earth or up onto any props, yoga blocks, or books. And again, inviting in this continual reminder to breathe into your heart space, to really fuel the luminous energy of your heart, of your compassion, of this exquisite experience of being human, and the all-encompassing essence of love. So with your inhalation, bringing that awareness to the lift of your heart, And with your exhalation, we soften in, we settle into this here, now, as it is. And then moving this into our half splits. As you straighten your left leg, again, maybe if your hands are on the floor, it could help to shift the position of your left heel so that you find your balance and alignment. If you are using any of your props, giving yourself a little more space. Leveling out here through your hips. Inhale, extend energy to your heart. Exhale again here, perhaps bowing in. Inhale as you come up. Again, moving into your lunge. Bend your left knee. You'll place your right hand onto the mat. Inhale, reach your left arm open to the sky. And very gently coming back, we will shift back to our tabletop position. Full breath in and a full breath out. Let's move into downward facing dog, allowing for the lengthening of your spine, clear, open connections of all your energy centers. And then lower your knees back down to the mat. And we're coming into a forearm plank. Yay, lucky, lucky. We'll have approximately 45 seconds, although both of my camera and my computer are in use. So without a timer, we'll just be mindful here. Let's bring our forearms down to the earth. Interlace your hands. Take your legs out behind you into your plank pose. And breathe here. There's a slight posterior tilt of your pelvis. Option to have your knees up or down. Fueling the fire at your center so that you can digest these events, so that you can process, clear them from your body, from your mind, from your heart, allowing for the human being instead of human doing. Keep breathing here. And slowly release. That may not have been 45 seconds, but it's a very good start to warming up. And very nice. For our next posture, I will do a supported heart opener. You may wish to use yoga blocks or even a pillow or bolster. So my friends on Facebook Live, if you're watching this, then you are receiving the benefits of it simply by watching. And also, this would be a nice one to explore. Place a pillow or a blanket behind you wherever you are. You can do this one on the couch even. And we will recline over it for a heart opener. So, options. You could use just your yoga blocks, placing them onto your mat to support your heart. Trying to see if I can get in both cameras. And as you recline back, you'll want one block under your shoulder blades and the other block for under your head. Aiming to get the heads of your arm bones rolling back towards the earth. You can rest your hands onto the earth. You might take a reclined butterfly pose, bringing the bottom of your feet together, opening your knees to the side. Soaking in this delicious space, this energizing and relaxing medicine for the heart. Another option would be to prop your bolster onto a couple of blocks, or even putting your stack of pillows behind you on the bed or on the couch. Be gentle with yourself here and always. It might even be nice as you first start to settle into the pose to take your fingertips and just dance them across your upper chest, across your sternum. Touch is a vitamin. It is a source of our nourishment. So during these times, you can give yourself a hug and hold your own hand and find little gentle massages on the healing touch. And as you settle into this pose, your arms resting by your sides, you might turn your palms to face open. Staying here, breathing fully, relaxing deeply. I would like to thank everyone who joined me this morning for practice. And if you are in your heart opener, allow yourself to stay. Allow yourself to remain here until your body tells you it's time to move. Just taking this time to rest, to renew. We will have a practice again next Thursday, again at 10 a.m. Pacific time. It's an honor to be able to share the tools of this practice right from my home in California, and being able to feel the connection with all of you. It is my hope that we utilize this time to really nourish ourselves, to truly honor our soul and our heart calling, and to redesign a new earth that respects and supports Mother Nature, that allows for our waters to remain clean, our air clear, that we find and support all of the ways that nourish life within ourselves, within our gardens, and for all of the animals of the earth. It is my great prayer that all beings find peace. As we close our practice, we'll end with one gentle sound of Om, allowing the vibration to clear away any energy that we don't need to carry with us, and to weave us back into the fabric, into the web of life. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste.